Hello, and welcome to our podcast. My name's Elliot Villa, and you want to go in the room, and then we'll do the other stuff first. So go ahead, Nick. Introduce yourself.
My name is Nicholas Boudreau.
My name's T. Kaz.
Go ahead, Big News.
My name's Schnoz.
Okay. And today we're going to be talking about shortening the NBA season from 82 games to whatever we want, really. We're kind of like we're all Adam Silver's in the room right now.
5 games.
Be reasonable.
No games.
Okay. So first, let's go around the room and state our favorite teams so they know ahead of time. So Carlos, you go first.
Mine's the Bucks. I've been a Bucks fan before Giannis, so don't fucking press me.
Oh, I'm a Bulls fan. Bulls fan before Michael Jordan. Don't press me.
Even though I was born 2000, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Was definitely there.
I'm not really an NBA fan, but my favorite player is Russ, so...
Russell Wilson?
Russell Westbrook. Russ,
There you
come on,
go.
bro.
You could say Westbrook, people know that. Iron Man next fan?
I love to hear why.
Right.
Tell us why, Elliot.
Because they're the closest team to Connecticut.
You're going to say Kentucky, but...
Massachusetts.
Well, the New York Knicks are closest from... New York. Alright, whatever. You guys are bozos. And Giannis is my favorite player. So I could be a Bucks fan. But I'm not.
Oh, we're staying on our favorite player. My favorite player is Derrick Rose.
So,
Mine's Giannis.
I cried when he dropped 50.
I think in the NBA.
I cried when he dropped his ACL.
You know how that works?
I
Nick?
did cry when I watched that happen in the playoffs against the 76ers. We would have won the finals that year.
You definitely didn't need him in.
Definitely did not.
You guys are
Your coach overpushed the shit out of him.
We're going to get into a whole different debate.
Yeah,
All right.
So the reason why why I have the question I brought up to these guys was because teams travel obviously throughout the whole country. I will give someone a whole $1 if they can guess the most traveled team in the NBA. He definitely just almost.
I didn't.
He definitely could have just looked. At
I'm
someone.
going to have to say...
Hold on. You want me to give 3 hints? Or
Yes.
No? All right. For whoever gets it gets $1.
Wait, what is the question?
The most traveled team in the NBA.
Okay.
They're the most traveled team in all American sports.
Uh,
They are a Western Conference team.
Golden State.
Phoenix Suns.
Do you want me to get the 3rd hint or not? You get
I got
one
it.
guess. What?
Clippers.
Is that your guess?
Yes.
You want me to give the 3rd hint?
3 hints.
Their best player is an Adidas athlete. Oh! Mine's just my floodgates open. All right. You guys got any?
Clippers.
Timberwolves.
Hello? Hello?
I don't know.
It's either Timberwolves or the
Just
Suns.
guess a damn
Let's say Suns.
false. Portland Trailblazers.
Oh,
Oh.
So they travel over 50,000 miles a season.
See, I was gonna think it was like a team that you didn't really want playing at home because they didn't care about them.
Which I will get into later about that. So I saw this on Twitter the other day, and it's actually miles traveled by each team per month. And if you guys want to look at this graph here, it just shows how many miles each team. Well, anyone interested? You seem interested. So on this graph on Twitter is just a bunch of miles and how many miles they travel per month. And Portland's basically higher throughout the whole season. Maybe I think Washington and New York go through like a road stretch.
I was gonna say New York Knicks until you said Western Conference.
Yeah, I think in the East it is the Knicks because they're the most.
So can I have my $1?
No one gets the $1.
I was the closest.
I will do another question like that later.
No,
Okay.
let's just do it like this. I like this.
All right, we'll do that later.
This
So
is fun. We should do
how
NBA trivia.
shorten the season do you think it should be, Carlos? 82 games to roughly.
I don't know. I like it 82 just because I get to see everybody play multiple times, not just once.
Okay, so my rebuttal to that is: do you know that NBA All Stars give up after 70 games? Like they just don't play
Thank you
management?
for ruining what I was about to.
Sorry, go ahead, Tyler. So
I was
Tyler,
gonna
how
say-
do you think it should be shortened? Because
I
he
think
thinks
it should be dropped to at least a solid 20 games.
like they should drop 20
Jesus.
games.
Yes.
So
Oh,
62.
Like around 62.
Okay, I thought you were saying 20 games. Like, what
Like
the
60, like between I'll go between 60, maybe like 55 to 60.
Okay.
Because a lot of times towards the end of the season, NBA stars don't even play games.
Uh-huh.
Like go back to LeBron.
Unless if like you're a case of Jimmy Butler.
That
the
is true. You play
Timberwolves.
55 minutes a game. But like a lot of fans pay to go see these stars on national television, just like what's against the Spurs. They don't even fly out there, and it's not fair. And a lot of it puts a lot of strain on teams who are playing when they're not even. Their season's already set of what's going to happen, and I don't like that. That a lot, like you see, a lot of teams don't even try.
Yeah. Well, we can't. Technically, this doesn't change anything for next season because they already have the schedules out.
I don't think that we're going to affect anything.
Well, Adam Silver. This is Adam Silver's one of his main points on being the commissioner is that he focuses on shortening the season or just doing cups throughout the season, which I don't agree with. That's a whole different topic for another day.
I heard about that and I was disgusted.
To the season thing, do you think it should be 82 games or less?
Tyler, he made a great point that, also the fans waste the money on, they want to see their favorite player play.
Yep.
And that's not fair to them not being able to see him. Also, my thing is that, if players get injured, let's say, they have an ACL tear, obviously they're not going to be able to play the whole season. But,
nowadays, yeah, maybe.
Something to, like, a strained ankle or strained wrist, broken finger,
like
whatever.
a minor injury, that's not...
Yeah. It kind of sucks for that player. I mean, obviously, you're still going to be out a lot of games anyway because of your injury. But if you're shortening the season, you're not going to be like. I would like to see my favorite player play through the whole season.
So what you're trying to say is shortening the season gets rid of the less risk of players
injuries,
getting hurt.
Yeah. And there is many books out there, many doctors coming out saying that there is a high chance. I think it's around in the 60s. I could be wrong. Of players getting hurt on back-to-back road games.
That's what I was saying.
So essentially, for the Rockets, Westbrook, for example, they play in Texas. So their back-to-back road games of San Antonio and Mavericks could be different than a Portland and then going to Phoenix for a back-to-back road game because you're playing the game, recovering, bus, airport, plane, bus to stadium or hotel, sleep, wake up, practice, all in 48 hours. And one of the big reasons why Kawhi didn't win MVP last year was because he only played like 40 games because he wasn't playing back-to-back. He wasn't playing those back-to-back road games. He wasn't playing back-to-back home games. Hence why they weren't one seed. Because Giannis played all the games that he could without load management saying, like, hey, we need you for the playoffs. He would play the primetime games like against the Sixers, the Raptors, But Kawhi wasn't because Kawhi was like, my hamstring and my groin isn't 100%. So, obviously, Carlos, we're going to try to persuade Carlos, for example, because he thinks it should be changed to 82, it should change from 82, which isn't a problem. Owners would agree with you because they want your money. I am, because that's the question. No. And you are looking at the injury point.
Yeah, and I'm not saying, lower it to that much. I mean...
So 70 would be appropriate for you?
Yeah, because since, it's been going on ever since basketball's been a thing. You can't just switch something up like that quick.
Sure you can.
Well,
they do it every year. LeBron doesn't play 82 games. He hasn't done it since his Heat days, maybe.
Well, yeah, but you can't it.
Sure you can. The NBA
but it's gonna be different for the fans, though.
Oh, of course.
I think it would be better.
But that's when Adam Silver's rule is you can't sit a star player that actually hurt.
Yeah, I know.
Any away games.
Yeah.
So therefore, it doesn't. So if I'm a Lakers fan, I'm not really worried about that because I get LeBron 41 times a year. Mm-hmm. And if I'm in LA, I have money.
I think it would be better all around if they're shortened for the players, the fans. Maybe not necessarily the owners because obviously they're not making as much money.
So my rebuttal to that is they can higher ticket prices because there's not that many games.
And I understand that. I would be all 100%
as true NBA fans, we would have to understand that. And we would have to live with it because we can't be frustrated,
I mean, I understand that.
The tickets are already expensive, but that's the point.
It's not as expensive as you think. Because if you shorten the games...
But if you think about, the finals and the playoff games...
Well, yeah, because those are...
finals and playoffs.
Yeah.
But then
those are the best games of the season.
But then you have bigger teams like the Bucks. Bigger teams like...
No.
The Bucks are not a big team.
They're a mid-market team. The only reason why tickets are expensive is because new arena. And it's beautiful there. I haven't been, but I've seen videos and pictures. Madison Square Garden's expensive because it's New York. Washington, not so much because it's Washington.
I mean, Celtic tickets aren't really that bad.
No, they're not.
They're pretty expensive because it's TD Garden. It's a historic building.
No.
Staples Center is
When
expensive.
Zach
Well, what do you
wins-
guys consider
He's in the nosebleeds.
a
now.
crazy amount? Because
Like
I don't know.
300 or above is expensive for me. I'm okay with getting a Madison Square Garden ticket for $220 because I understand that's New York. I don't know. I mean, Houston's expensive.
If you're paying $300, you might not get front row, but you're still getting like a really
Actually,
great seat.
Yeah.
Or you could pay like $50 for a nosebleed seat.
Which you
It's
guys
not.
will just stay home and
Yeah, fucking jerk
I,
off.
I believe that any seat in the house of a basketball game is worth the buy.
depends on what arena.
Well,
I've seen.
TD.
I've heard-
I've been to all over like in like every like section of a Celtics game, like multiple times, like going, and I had had one bad seat. I sat all the way up back and all the way up front. And
New York, they have pretty bad nosebleeds in Madison Square Garden.
wow, you been to one?
No, but I've seen documentaries of this dude. He's a season ticket holder, but in the nosebleeds.
Why?
So he's a season ticket. He's like a 70-year-old guy, and his nephews and nieces love
And you're
Knicks.
putting that man all the way
So,
up top?
He's a season ticket holder, but he's like, don't give me courtside. I want nosebleeds, and he's like the only one up there. It's a fun documentary.
Wow.
Maybe I can show you guys after. But
Hmm.
in order to shorten the season, the question is with the travel now, we have to combine it somehow. So we have to change the divisions because I do have a map on this
Oh
laptop
boy.
of my updated version, but you have teams like Minnesota and Portland playing teams like in Denver, Utah, Phoenix, and Oklahoma City, So that's why Portland's the most traveled because they're technically Northwest.
Yeah.
So they're playing the Thunder, which were originally in Seattle. They're playing Minnesota, which they didn't relocate. They just rebranded after the Lakers left. They're playing teams like the Spurs, Rockets, and Mavs. And you got teams like Memphis in the Western Conference, despite being on the east side of the country. You got teams like the Pelicans, who are right below Memphis. And obviously not right below, but geographically, if you look at a map, it's kind of the
you
straight
look down
line.
there right there.
They are on the eastern side, but they're playing Western Conference teams. And then you don't have Portland playing all the California teams, despite their state being above the damn fucking the damn state.
You just swear.
Yeah, he did too. So it's okay. It's all right. But you also have Toronto, which is more above Michigan than the Atlantic Division teams. So, and then you got Washington closer than Toronto, and Washington's in South. We're gonna get into it. So, Tyler, you mentioned that shortening the teams. Would you change the divisions, yes or no?
I mean, I feel like they could do a better, like what you're trying to get into, a better job of organizing so it's less travel for the players. But what I really want to get into is like the seedings for the playoffs.
Okay. All right.
So,
So
I'm
you
gonna
say
hold my
no
info for
division
now.
change and no conference change?
I think there should be.
Oh, okay.
And
so
I
go
think
ahead.
that there's ways to, like you just said, there's ways where you can easily make it so teams have less travel
Mhm.
and more time for recovery by if you legitly just like have Portland play California teams, like make sure like
They're in the same
like play like
division.
kind of how the map is.
Yeah.
Memphis should be an East team.
So you're just saying, look at the map geographic wise, and then just literally like, hey,
Kind of pinpointed to.
Yeah, like
like Portland should be playing the
I know it
Lakers
sounds
4
like
times
kinda
a
like
year instead of Utah.
dumb, but that's legitly the simplest way to do
Yes.
it and the most effective.
Yeah, most efficient, and it saves the owners money on gas and playing food and playing fair.
Which would also help benefit their prices for what they're losing for cutting the season.
And now,
the NBA should just hire us.
so what's your playoffs looking like now? Because you basically just changed the divisions. You're not completely disbanding the division and conferencing, which has been in question since Adam Silver's been in office. But what's your playoffs looking like?
So
now?
I think it shouldn't be a Western Conference or Eastern Conference.
But you
I
still think that they should have them in the regular season for
Yes.
travel wise?
yes,
Okay.
for standings of going into the playoffs, but it should be like the best 16 teams.
Oh, regardless of conference.
Yes, should be
Okay.
making.
So the
'cause
March Madness type.
there was times where the Phoenix Sun were in with a losing record, and there would be teams that were way better
Okay.
and didn't make it.
Yeah.
And I think that is
the Eastern
garbage.
Conference since 2013, I think they've had at least
since Derrick
one
Rose got hurt.
500
You're welcome for that.
and or below team in the playoffs. Now. Not
Well,
that they
it's
don't
just like-
deserve to be in the playoffs, but they have better teams
Some
in
of
the
the lower
West.
teams really don't deserve it.
yeah. Like the Hornets, for example. When they made
Exactly.
it, they took a game from the Heat, but whatever. Carlos, you're not changing anything?
No.
You
I agree with Tyler.
You agree with Tyler? Alright, so I went in depth here. I said 2 divisions per conference. Alright? So what I did was I made obviously 2 conferences, 2 divisions per conference, and
So 4 divisions.
4
Total.
divisions total. So one is called Coast. So you got the Knicks, Nets, 76ers, Washington Wizards, Celtics, Hornets, Hawks.
Why is it called Coast?
Because if you look at the map, they're all
I knew why, but I wanted you
they're all on the coast.
to describe it for the people
They're all on the coast.
who didn't understand.
I just think they're all on the coast.
Okay.
They could change names
Could
because
have been like Cool Kids. Could have been anything. Coast.
there's another one. There's the
What's
second
the next
division
one
in the
called?
East Central. You got Minnesota, Milwaukee, Chicago, Detroit, Indiana, Cleveland, and the Raptors.
Off topic.
Uh-huh.
NHL should bring back the Wheelers. Back on topic.
Okay. And then the 2 Western ones. One is South. You got the Thunder, Magic, Heat, Grizzlies, Mavs, Rockets, Spurs, Pelicans. 8 teams. And then the West. Lakers, Clippers, Suns, Kings, Warriors, Trailblazers, Jazz, Nuggets. So the reason why there's 8
You're
here,
making sure it's 8 in every.
there's 7 in each East and 8 in each West. But
I understand now why, because I
there's
get it.
more teams out West than there is
Yeah.
East. So that raises the question, where am I putting these new teams? 2 new teams. I have another theory where I add more teams, but where am I putting, I'll give $1 if you get both these right.
Huh.
2 new teams in the East. Making sure I get this right. Alright. 2 new teams, where did I put them? Like, where did I put them?
What teams?
There's just two brand new teams that
Like just randomly, like
a
don't
rich
even
person
exist.
just said no, they don't exist.
Okay.
But I can give you a hint.
Uh-huh.
They are one's a hockey town, one's a baseball town. And the
You couldn't
baseball
have said Central or
Vegas?
they're in the East.
Oh.
The West is fine. One
Oh shit.
is gonna be central. Actually, both could be central, but one typically would be in the Atlantic Division right now due to
Alaska.
another team. No, Eastern Conference, Carlos.
Bro, I can't. I'm trying to think where the heck Atlantic.
One Atlantic is the Knicks.
Okay,
Nets,
never-
Sixers,
thank
Celtics, Raptors. So
Raptors.
if Toronto, so this team would technically be in this division without my new division ramp. They would be in this division due to where they're located.
Is it in the United States?
No.
Okay, so
One is not in the United States.
so it's in
I
Canada.
think that was too obvious, but there is two cities that do want NBA teams in Canada,
I'm gonna go with Vancouver.
and then the other one is a baseball city, and
That's in the
I
United States.
can't give the state because it's too obvious if I give the state, but they do. It's not St. Louis. I can give you that one. It could be though. It could have been, but I decided to
Georgia.
stick with another one.
So I'm gonna go with
It's the
Vancouver
state.
for one.
I meant city, Carlos, like
Okay.
actual city.
Okay, so Vancouver
Okay, that's one. Well, you're giving me one.
and baseball.
They're
Pittsburgh.
Not, no,
Was it even close?
no,
Is it close to any of them?
no. You guys get a guess, and you get another guess because you went first.
I'm trying to think what other.
If you can, there's another location I could add a team in, but we're not.
Vancouver.
There's another.
I
if
can't wait to
say it,
hear
it's
where the
gonna
other
make
one
sense.
is. All right, everyone go. I can't wait to hear this.
I don't even know.
Just think of okay. You don't know.
I mean, I'm
I
having fun
already
with
said
this.
my bullshit of it.
All right, so
All right, so you get to relatively guess both for them and earn the $1. 'cause
All right,
they were in the
so-
running, they don't want to guess.
I'm gonna go with
So it's not
Montreal.
Vancouver. Okay, so you got Montreal,
and
baseball city, or I
That's
can
why I
give you.
said
I can
Pittsburgh.
give another hint.
okay,
They host the draft, the NBA NFL draft.
that doesn't help me.
Oh, I thought you just wait. You know.
You said M.
NFL draft. They
NFL
hosted
draft.
it last year. That's another team that I could put in
Indianapolis.
there. Nope.
That was like.
Who'd you say?
Indianapolis.
Didn't they hold that last year?
I don't think so.
Houston?
No.
Yes, they did.
Dallas hosted it last year, but I'm saying they hosted it. Like they've hosted it in the past in the NFL.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you Montreal.
I was right.
That was right.
All right.
So you can guess one of two teams here. I was about to say them. Oops. So you got one more guess for either or. You can get two guesses here though.
All right. So Montreal is one.
One's a baseball city. The other one hosted the NFL draft.
Wait.
One.
There's 3 teams now.
Well, I'm giving you one or another
Oh, like from the
because
options?
they both can be in the Eastern Conference.
Baseball city.
So Montreal's one, and they would be the Expos. They would just take the baseball name, by the way. No need to go forward with that.
Was there an NBA team at this spot before or no?
One of them, yes, but they haven't been since the 50s, 60s. Or no, since the NBA merged, I should say, with the ABA. One, though, has a big college basketball affiliation. The other will share a state with another team. I feel like once I say it, you're like, oh, okay. That makes sense.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Baltimore.
Nope.
Oh,
You're close. Not really close, but that's a good one. They didn't have a
I'm an
team.
idiot.
Am I right? Like he knows this. He's blanking.
Damn it.
That's in pressure. It's on the spot.
Fucking bitch.
Am I wrong? Am I giving bad hints?
No.
You want another hint?
Yes.
One has a football
Football.
team in the. This football team plays in the city.
Football.
It's an AFC team.
AFC team.
If I give you one more hint, I'm not giving you the dollar.
Here. Plays in the city.
Does the city have a nickname?
Neither of them don't. Not that I know of.
I don't even care about the dollar. I just want to figure this out.
I'll give you like a couple more seconds to think about it.
Um.
Oh yeah, you want to look at it?
Yeah.
So you got there, and then there. Hey!
The NFL one is.
I can't read that.
That one got me.
Damn.
I didn't think of the other one.
I really thought of Baltimore. Baltimore
Oh,
sounds
okay.
real good.
See,
Okay,
does that
yeah.
make sense now?
No,
Alright.
it does. It does.
Baltimore.
All right, I'm gonna give you the
Orleans.
answer. No, they would be in West.
All right, tell me the answer.
Kansas City, and Nashville.
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 Okay. Yeah, that's
kinda
one
see where I'm going with that
got
now?
me.
There will be more questions though, Tyler. Don't worry. Carlos, get back in the chair.
Bro, this is a comfy ass ground. The chair's
Alright,
fucking
you can-
uncomfortable.
All right. So, my theory about that would be you play 4 times your own division, 24 to 28 games, right?
Just keep doing.
So play everyone twice in a different division, 44 games, total 68 to 72 games.
Mm-hmm.
So still a lot, but less than 82. And then you got the 16 minimum for playoffs. So you can get another $1.
Oh boy.
There's in this theory, I added 6 teams, and I already gave you 2. So you just need 4 more, and you guys can work together on
Wait,
it.
4 more teams that are just getting added on.
Yep. So
That you think, or that is probably.
I think that
Okay.
should have a team by the near future. Can I give you guys hints?
Well, Seattle.
Okay.
Seattle's definitely going to have a team, I believe, really soon.
Okay.
Um,
I believe that.
I gave you Kansas City and Nashville, so you already have 3.
And there's one more.
3 more.
Okay, so there's.
You want me to give you hints in these last 3?
Uh,
One's very popular. One had a team.
what was I right with Seattle?
Yeah, you're right with Seattle. These 3 are right. The last 3, one
Already had a team.
already had a team, but they
Carolina?
moved. They're current though. Another one.
Baltimore.
No.
But wasn't
Carolina?
Baltimore like the Bullets?
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore Bullets. And then they changed.
Buffalo Bullets.
And then they changed to Washington
Wizards.
Wizards.
Let me finish my answer here. 2 of them had teams in them. One of them though wasn't called the city name. If that makes sense. So like,
just
say
threw
for
me off so
example,
much more.
Boston Celtics. This team wasn't the city name.
It was just Celtics.
It was it had a name, like the area, and it had a team name. If I gave you the actual team name, you would guess it. Where? What?
What?
I can give you a hint though for one of them. This team moved into another stadium this past summer.
Oh, Milwaukee Bucks.
No, they moved. Like they geographically moved to a.
Oh, the Warriors.
Where were they from?
San Francisco.
That's where they moved to. Where did they leave?
Oh my God.
That's the city.
San Antonio.
Nope, that's Texas. And they're so
No,
confused where that voice
I
is coming.
forgot they moved. They were in the Bay.
They were from blank to San Francisco. That's one of the cities. Another one had a team that
Oakland.
moved. There you go. That's 4. One of them had a team, and they relocated, but they're a current team.
Vancouver. No, I keep saying
They
teams
did have
that
a
I
team.
believe should have teams.
I can give you a hint. All these are West Coast, like West Coast, West.
So Clippers, Warriors, Lakers.
You're close.
With Clippers?
Rockets.
Where did they come from?
Cotton Eye Joe.
No. Where were they from originally?
The Clippers, I thought they just got bought and put in. I didn't know they moved.
No, they moved.
Oh shoot.
Technically, they were the Bulls.
Salt Lake
that
City.
moved. Nope, that's where Utah was though. That's where Utah
Nope,
is.
we're
No.
getting there.
Should give him $1 million. He's gonna answer all these questions.
Come on, man. You got 2 more.
I'm so
One-
intrigued into this.
One is a very basketball heavy thing, and they're getting a football team.
Las Vegas.
There you go. So you got 1 more. And I'm not giving you any more hints for this.
Wait, no.
I already gave you hints for the Clippers one. So the Clippers one's the last one. If you can find out where they're from, without phones.
You said Buffalo.
Well, after they moved from Buffalo, where they go.
They moved to one more spot.
Yep, and then they moved to Los Angeles.
And
If you
I
can
know,
get this,
I
you
know
get
the
the
spot.
dollar.
I know the spot because I was talking to my dad
Didn't
about
they
it
move to
like a
Oakland?
year or 2 ago.
No.
Are you sure?
They've had unfortunate luck with teams leaving. That's my last hint.
Oh my God! I know it's isn't in Canada?
No, it's
No.
in the U.S.
New York.
Carlos, I'm on the West Coast.
Oh my
Fuck.
God! I know it.
You do know. I'm gonna
I
say
do
it. You're
know
gonna
it.
hit yourself in
I
the face.
do know it because the moment you said that, I'm thinking like even football teams left.
Yep. Baseball teams have left.
It's the Browns left there.
It's on West Coast, Cleveland.
Yeah, didn't the?
The Browns were never. I don't think they were in California.
Oh, we're talking about
They
the Raiders
moved
here.
to.
That's
The
why.
Raiders were
That's
in
why I
Oakland.
said
You already had
Oklahoma,
Oakland.
because I knew the Raiders moved.
You already had Oakland.
Oh fuck!
No, because the Seattle left. They left Seattle to go to Oklahoma.
Was it? I thought it was the other way around.
There's no Seattle team. Carlos is like,
Oklahoma
I am
Thunder.
so fucking lost.
It's the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oh my God! I know it.
And then after this, I'll give my divisions or what they look like now.
Well, that means Carlos can't help me here.
Which one?
You should know it.
Did I not say that?
You did not.
Oh, I said.
I would have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would have looked at you and been like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay." You definitely know this place. This place is royally popular. They just have misfortune with teams leaving them. They had a baseball team, a football team, and they had a basketball team. Obviously, stop. I already said it was in California.
Yeah, exactly.
I did not hear it.
He did say California.
West Coast. You want to give you one more hint? But if I do,
It's not worth the dollar.
it's not worth the dollar.
Don't.
And I know you want the dollar because you're you're already stressing.
Dodgers. I think of baseball teams right now that have been moving. Like that.
Oh, they do have a baseball team there though, but they originally moved and came
Banana.
West Coast.
Okay.
You too.
The Dodgers. Nope, Dodgers left Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm. They didn't leave. Well, I'm saying this team had a team, but now they have a baseball team. But their football team left, basketball team. Well, yeah, and basketball team left. I thought I gave it away.
I don't care about the dollar. I want another hint.
You
You
know.
want another hint? Their baseball team is awful, and they play in the West, obviously.
Baseball teams. Minnesota.
No.
No, that's Twins.
Yeah.
It's Brewers.
NL. They share a division with the Diamondbacks, Dodgers.
Athletics.
Give me one more hint.
Okay.
Give me that Manny Machado. For those who didn't hear me, I said Manny Machado because the Clippers.
San Diego,
Yep.
baby. Oh my! The Chargers.
Yes.
Motherfucker! The fucking
I was
Chargers.
thinking about Chargers too, but I just forgot.
San Diego Chargers left and went.
San Diego
fucking
Clippers
cap
left
on that
to
shit.
Los Angeles because the owner
That's why.
wanted to move them to Los Angeles.
Guy's so fucking pissed right now.
All right, so now the divisions are all right. Tyler left. So now the divisions are with that in the mix is Coast. So you got the Knicks, Nets, Celtics, 76ers, Hawks, Magic, Heat, Wizards, and Hornets. I know you're upset over there. We can take a break if you want.
We're just gonna pause the video.
I'm dead ass tight. Because I knew it. No, like I dead ass knew it.
I told you
It
know
was
it. You just.
San Diego. The fucking Clippers.
Oh, my clock stopped working again. You were kidding.
Dude, how many times does that clock fucking stop?
No, don't worry about it.
Dang it.
Sit
What
down.
the frick, man?
And there's more questions to come. Don't worry.
No, I'm tight. I should have known that.
I know.
Now they think I'm stupid.
Really? After my fucking answers?
I didn't hear your answers. I was too focused on figuring out San fucking Diego.
So my thing
Bro,
would be.
Go Diego, go.
I
If
was
you gave me
thinking
that
about-
hint, I would have
I was
had it on the spot.
That's the name
I
of
was
the
gonna tell
city.
you the Chargers,
If you told me the Chargers, I would have had to offer it. That would have been too easy.
but I forgot.
He didn't know the Clippers originated from there though, so he.
I knew
No, but like I.
Oh, the football head.
The football team moving, and
Yeah.
that was the most recent.
Drew
Football team that
Brees,
moved.
baby. If someone said Drew Brees, I'd be like, San Diego.
Too easy of a hint though.
I didn't.
Antonio Gates, San Diego.
Safety.
LT, San Diego. If you
I'm sorry.
Good morning, San Diego.
could have told me like Drake and Josh, and I would have been like
That is true.
San Diego.
So the new division now would be the Coast. So you basically take the Knicks all the way down to Miami. That's a whole division.
Jesus Christ.
Knicks all the way down to Miami.
Yeah.
You moved the Knicks to Miami.
No. The Knicks,
No, Knicks
Nets,
all the way
Celtics,
down to
76ers,
Florida.
Hawks, Magic, Heat.
We don't want to be a part of
Oh.
Florida.
It's
That's
fine.
crazy.
It's our division though. It's fine.
They got some crack.
You're not even a Knicks. The Bulls are not even in that division. The Bulls are with the central one with the Bucks, Timberwolves, Pistons, Cavs, Bulls, Pacers, Grizzlies. Nashville would be in here, and the Raptors.
Nashville hot.
Hey, whatever team you want, whatever team name you want. Gold Rush would. This division name is Gold Rush because it's corny. You got Portland, Kings, Warriors, Lakers, Clippers, Las Vegas, Seattle, San Diego, and Oakland. What would be San Diego's team name? Go ahead, Tyler. Do you put them as the Chargers? Because Chargers might move back to St. Louis, so that's a whole different thing. But.
I would go with the San Diego wannabes.
Alright. What's Nashville's name? Nashville
Definitely Nashville Hots.
Alright. What about Oakland?
I mean, the Raiders is so iconic. You kind of like that name. Just is like, but I would go with the Oakland Pirates.
Okay.
Because
And
kind of a
then
knockout.
the Mid-South would be the Jazz, Nuggets, Spurs, Rockets, Mavs, Thunder, Pelicans, Kansas City, and Suns. What's Kansas City name? Got any?
Kansas. I would go.
And like if you would put a team in
Kansas
Kansas
City
City,
Rays.
what's the team name?
Kansas
That's
City
good.
Heroes.
Ooh, because the Chiefs.
Kansas
I would
Go
go.
ahead.
I like the Rays,
Yeah.
but
That's a
I
good
would go
name.
with the Kansas City
Heroes.
Stingrays.
Okay, that's.
Yeah.
I think
Right,
that's the
yeah.
best name there. And then the colors would be a,
Well, like,
a dark.
That doesn't
blue.
fit like it sounds weird for baseball, like the Stingrays.
But we're talking about basketball.
Nice try.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Wow.
All right. I think on that note, we're gonna take a quick break.
Yeah, we can take.
My
We're gonna take a quick
fried.
break. Can you pause this? Or just
Yeah, we can come back and then you guys can answer some questions for some money. How about that?
It's like Wheel of Fortune. All right.
Bad.
Okay,